A very warm welcome to Digital Mandate, another episode presented to you by Tech Disruptor Media. My name is Pranita, and today I'm here with Mr. Sendil Kumar Venkatesan, CTO Shriram Capitals Limited. As the CTO, he leads technology strategy, digital transformation for the $10 billion Shriram Group, driving innovation across finance and insurance sector. His role focuses on scalable tech solutions, cybersecurity, enhancing customer experiences. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Sendil.
Yeah, thanks, Pranita. Good morning, and thanks B2B Media for giving this opportunity to share my thought process and our deployments on technology.
With the fast changing financial landscape and evolving regulations, how do you balance the need for innovation with risk management? And how does technology enable Sri Lanka to stay agile and compliant?
Okay. See, before that, I'd like just to brief about my organization. As you rightly said, we are into Shriram Capital, which is a holding arm of Shriram Group. So predominantly, Shriram Finance is the flagship company for Shriram Group, which is into vehicle financing, and also we are into retail financing part. And apart from that, we are into Shriram Life Insurance, which is, as the name says, it's purely into life insurance and general insurance and Shriram Wealth. So these are the four major companies where Shriram Capital is getting holded, and it's being as a called as a holding arm of Shriram Group. And coming here, when we are asking about on the how we are balancing compliance, technology, all those. One side it is technology, other side is on the compliance part. See, basically, as you rightly said, is some challenges for any IT heads who wanted in such a way that business has to run, and at the same time we need to ensure that technology and it should get in such a way that there should not be any compromise on the compliance part. So one side on the business, which can I can tell predominantly on the digital side, and the other side on the compliance security. So technology team has to do as a balanced manner in such a way that both it has to get handled. So in this scenario, we ensure that the products what we buy, it has to get accordingly. See, suppose which we are from a digital side, we get a lot of applications which needs to get integrated with third party companies. Like example, we wanted to have some tie up with the third party and do the business. So definitely there comes the API. So how API security, how effectively we have to do the API security, all these things are handled on the compliance part. Further, on the compliance side, we are compliant with RBI, IRDA, SEBI, all those things as a capital. We have to handle in such a way that everything is getting compliant, and we should ensure that the technology which we adopt should be planned accordingly. It's a quite challenging task, and we are doing it. There could be some conflicts on both sides, which we are trying to address and ensuring that both sides we are in.
You recently revamped your data protection strategy. Given the increasing threats in the digital space, what are the key challenges faced with legacy systems, and how has the new approach strengthened cybersecurity and customer data protection?
Okay, as everyone are aware, and see, the government is coming with a regulatory thing of DPDP, which
Hmm.
is Digital Data Protection Act. So, which is in the Parliament, and anytime it can get passed also. So, before that, we as an organization, and especially a financial sector, that is a BFSI sector, we should definitely concentrate on the data. So across all location areas, data is available. See, initially it was in such a way that data will be available in data center. That's called it's a data center. Now it is data distribution. Everywhere, if you see that the edge, there is a data, networking, there is a data, and servers, it is a data, and the cloud, we have data. So how we have to handle this big task for us, and we should ensure that the data which comes in and which data which goes also, it should be with the proper hands. Now, DPDP coming in act, I need to see that especially on the PI, which is a personal data. So how I have to handle in the sense that the data should get encrypted, the data should get masked, and the data should reach to the right person for the right purpose. So we are answerable to the customers and also from the regulatory part. What we have done is that we are having a data protection team. See, one is a CISO team, that is a different thing, and we have one as an audit team, which does an internal audit. One more team which we are forming is on the data protection team. So what we are, this team, particular team will be doing is that this team will be having a DPO. We are to internally we have put a person who will be as a DPO for our organization. So the DPO will have a team, and that team will ensure that the data, how the data comes in. So as you are all aware that three areas we should concentrate. One is data in use, then data in transit, and data in storage. So three area. One, while we are using it, the data should be for a certain persons, like a front office is there, the person need not know the entire data of a person. Once they gives the number only for the particular person details only, it should, they should do it. So data in use, when the data is getting transferred across all the locations. Earlier it was a scenario where it will be only a MPLS connection, and we have only uh, closed branch where it will get connected, where it is not focused on the internet. Now, if you notice, all organizations, we have applications which are hosted on the internet. So in that scenario, when the data is getting transmitted and also when the data is getting transferred, both areas, we should ensure that it is being encrypted with the latest encryptions, 256-bit or something which is going beyond that also, we keep on monitoring and do it. And finally, on the data storage. On the data storage, we need to ensure that it should be encrypted, it should be masked, and even the administrators who are accessing also could not see the data of any person. And further to that, we are ensuring that the data, when it is getting taken as a backup and it is being transferred to other location also, the same encryption and the masking should continue. So in a nutshell, for a right person only whom it is needed, the data should be visible on that. And again, a biggest challenge for us is on the cloud. When the applications are moving more on cloud and applications which are on the on-prem, I need to ensure that my access to the cloud also should be protected as in my on premises. So this hybrid environment also takes a major process for any organization. So new technologies are coming in, and accordingly, the data has to be handled accordingly. So data is very sensitive, and the day going forward, we should be very careful, and we should be very what to say. We should have a lot of control mechanisms to safeguard the data, especially on the personal level, personal data.
What are the biggest challenges, technological challenges that NBFCs are facing today, and how is Shriram Capital leveraging emerging technologies to stay ahead in the market?
See, any organizations definitely, that to an organization where we have a legacy of business that is some 51 years is Sriram Group into. So we can't overnight or we can't change in a month's to from traditional to a latest technologies, all these things. Everything will be on the phased manner. And answering to your question of how the new technologies which we are adapting and how it is helping the business, all those things. So from the legacy side, we are doing in such a way that, see, suppose for a organization, there are For a finance company, there is a LOS, which is a loan origination system, and LMS, which is a loan management system. See, loan origination system predominantly like even CRM, everything is somewhat like a LOS where we get customer side, which that particular phased application we can modernize to the level best, and we have to see that the performance, the GUI option, and also on the accessing navigation, all these things should be very simple, and it should be fast enough for them to access it, and it should be easy to navigate. So this is what we are doing predominantly for LOS. LMS, anyway, the data will be stored on the our normal storage, normal database like MS SQL or Oracle, like that. It is getting stored, and there we are not much concerned on the, unless or otherwise there are some performance related issues, we are focusing that area. But on the customer front application, how effectively which we can do, the main reason for any organization to go for latest technologies and also wanted to go now the AI coming in, the reason is that how effectively, how good we can satisfy the customer. If you see, we as a NBFC, we have competition across all sectors. One side we are competing with the bank, other side we are competing with the small finance bank, then our peer NBFC companies, then certain small level of microfinance also. So when we are doing a, a business is much competitive environment, what we can do is that how ease we can reach the customer, like the technology. So technology plays a major role on that. So we are looking on how AI can do it, like personalizing a person by giving a loan, or accessing when customer comes in, the accessing his data in a hassle-free environment, instead of the person reaching each and every time a contact center. Everything can be handled in a portal assigned to him, and how simplified manner he can access, how a credentials he can use it, and how we can view his reports. All those things we are doing as on the personalized environment. The biggest thing here comes is again on the security part and also on the performance. Somewhere here and there we used to get some glitches on performance, but however now with the latest technologies which we are improving it, thanks to the digital team coming in, where they monitor totally on each and every interface what are the seconds it reaches. So if them something is going beyond that, they get a report, and we have a strong monitoring tools to identify, and then and there we are fixing the issues if there is some concerns on that. So in a nutshell, technology plays a major role, and we are also concentrating more on the latest tools, especially on the AI and also on the observability areas for monitoring the applications.
As a CTO, what's one technology trend that you are personally excited about that, according to you, can redefine financial, services in the near future?
No, as all uh, claim, I too feel that AI is changing a lot in
Mm.
our day-to-day environments, and also especially on the financial sector. But we are very, very cautious approach on bringing certain things because it plays with the data. When the earlier we used to tell garbage in, garbage out. When data there is some garbage, then the output also will come accordingly. So the AI predominantly, the LLMs which we try to use along with our data, if there is some problem on that, definitely will become a wrong result. So I personally feel AI is a wonderful technology for me and for entire CIO fraternity, like how effectively we can use it.
Thank you so much for so much insightful conversation. Thank you so much.